Hello YouTube. Robert Alvarez the Psychic Witch, also known as Mr. Lighting and a Fan. The lighting is on, the fan is on. I want to show you this beautiful crystal. Talk about crystal clear, man. I used to use this crystal for spiritual cleansings when somebody would hire me to spiritually cleanse their home, but it recently has a new purpose. So I'm excited about it. It was time. I just didn't realize it at first. Anyway, so the time is approximately 3 minutes after 9 p.m. and the date is Monday, June 24th, 2019. Sun is in Cancer. Moon is waning in Pisces. All this watery mermaid magic energy. And this video is called the What's Happening video. So what I'm going to say is that everything that I'm going to talk about briefly, but you can expect that these forthcoming events will have their own separate YouTube video, and more than likely each will also have a WordPress blog post. As some of you know, I have two WordPress blogs. One is a professional, metaphysically oriented one called This Is Who I Am, and the other one is about my life as a gay man, which is called This Gay Man's Life. Speaking of which, I know that for in a lot of states and a lot of countries, June is Pride Month, as an lgbtqiaplus Pride Month. However, I am especially excited about something that I've been to a few times before. It's called FlameCon. FlameCon is the premier LGBTQ Comic-Con, and I'm very excited about it because I was unable to participate last year. It just so happens that last year my awesome audiovisual person and I participated in Bare Your Soul summer camp. We enjoyed it very much. I enjoyed it a lot. I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would because I was born in winter. I'm not a summer person, but I really enjoyed being there in the summer. But I've noticed that over the years, the last 2 days of Bare Your Soul summer camp are usually the 2 days of FlameCon. However, they recently changed the dates of Bare Your Soul summer camp so that it concludes closer to Labor Day. As most of us know, a lot of people work traditional business hours, so they cater to that, and I totally get it. But unless my life changes in a way that I can be available on Labor Day, I'll be only participating in Bare Your Soul winter hibernation, which, being that it takes place in January, my birthday month, I'm totally okay with that. So there will be a video about FlameCon. There will be an accompanying blog post about FlameCon. One thing that I'm especially excited about is that I was divinely guided to do something that I've wanted to do for a very long time, and that is lead a goddess circle. And the title that I was given is called Great Goddess Circles. I'm looking forward to this. I'm actually going to start doing this in September of this year. I have noticed that ideas are still coming to me. I love what I'm going to be doing. It is a simulcast event, so those of you who live and or work in the New York City area can participate in person, or you can participate via the live online streaming video at the same time that it's being broadcast, or you can participate after the fact. I want to acknowledge one of my personal favorite YouTube channel subscribers, Susan Garrett, and I'm acknowledging her because after the Divine Prosperity Simulcast Event that I led last May, she left a beautiful testimonial on one of the videos about the event. And I must confess that prior to that testimonial, I wasn't sure how effective it would be if somebody watched the video after the fact. But I distinctly remember that in her testimonial she shared that she was in ill health prior to the event, and now she's in great health. She did not have a job prior to the event. Now she has a great position of employment, one that makes her happy, one that pays her well, and how a lot of other doors opened up for her. And she was one of 2 participants that watched the video after it was archived. Interestingly enough, there were 2 New York City, one person who lives and works in New York City, and one person who works in New York City and lives outside of New York City, who wound up participating in the live online streaming event. And it was interesting because it was unplanned on their end, but it worked out great for everybody. And I was especially happy that they were able to participate in a way that they hadn't planned, but that worked for them. That worked with the circumstance that led to them participating in the live online streaming event as opposed to in person. But I digress. So I am going to lead another Divine Prosperity Simulcast event, and I'm going to lead a Divine Love Healing Simulcast event. Again, each of those will have their own separate YouTube videos, and each of them will have an accompanying WordPress blog post. I'm also going to lead a brand new event, which interestingly enough came to me through giving somebody an intuitive card reading. And I must tell you, I especially love it when I'm conducting a reading and the great goddess, as I call her, but you can call her whatever you want, God, Buddha, universe, spirit, etc., give me these little nuggets or big nuggets of beautiful wisdom and sacred truths. And I was so excited, and it was funny because earlier today I saw a video, and the person who was in the video actually used the 2 terms that are a part of this event. And I was like, oh my goddess, absolutely. And the person who divinely inspired this event, the one who received the reading last month, I emailed her the link to that video, and she wrote back, I love synchronicities. Me too. I'm also looking forward to a brand new journey. And it's interesting because, I recently received, after having pre-ordered the Herb Crafters Tarot, which was co-created by the Joanna Powell Colbert, who created the Gaian Tarot, and Letitia Guthrie. And I am now happily following them both on Instagram. And I love the tarot deck. I love the Herb Crafters Tarot. It's interesting to me because, as I mentioned in the previous video, Jennifer Ball of Jennifer Ball's Witch House, formerly Jennifer Ball's Spiritual Garage, has turned me on to independently published tarot decks and oracle card decks. The Herb Crafters Tarot is published by US Game Systems, but I gotta tell you, I love the synchronicity of that tarot deck as well, because not too long before I found out about this deck, I was divinely guided to begin a new journey with herbs and essential oils and flowers. And I was divinely guided to begin this journey actually relatively soon. And I feel the Herb Crafters Tarot is going to become a priceless resource in that new journey. So I'm very excited about what's happening and what's coming. And I'm looking forward to the continuation of this physical and emotional detoxification process that I'm experiencing. It's helping me reconnect to my magic. It's helping me strengthen my intuition. So those of you who have yet to avail yourselves of my psychic services, man, are your readings going to be off the wall, through the roof, off the chain, and beyond. So I'm really excited about that. But in the meantime, I want to express my gratitude to a lot of people, to a lot of deities, to a lot of celestial beings. I am forever thankful to everyone at Catland for giving me the opportunity to be one of their in-store readers. I am most thankful for Cheryl at Notions and Potions, the living goddess who founded Notions and Potions, for always welcoming me. And of course, I am immensely thankful to my personal goddess Osset, Selene, the Greek goddess of the full moon. Osset is more commonly known as the goddess Isis. I am most thankful to Guaxi, the Chinese goddess of mercy, compassion, and forgiveness. I am especially thankful to so many archangels, so many elementals, so many sacred beings, all of you, my awesome audiovisual person, and those people who have been doing so much for me at the forefront and behind the scenes since this past February. And before I forget, one of my new favorite artists, musical artists, is a woman named Zara McFarlane. It had been a long time since I'd listened to jazz, and I had forgotten how much I love jazz. And Zara McFarlane is a jazz artist, a jazz vocalist, and a jazz producer who is phenomenal. I'm going to have a link to her website in the description box, and I just love her. I love her stuff. She's just phenomenal. And one of the books that I've been rereading recently is the writings of Florence Scovel Shinn. Dr. Catherine Ponder has mentioned Florence Scovel Shinn in some of her books, and I love this edition because it has a short biography about her at the beginning. This is an omnibus edition of The Game of Life and How to Play It, Your Word is Your Wand, The Secret Door to Success, and The Power of the Spoken Word. And I want to tell you something. You know, I know that over the years a lot of people have talked about the law of attraction like it's a brand new thing, even though it's not a brand new thing. The Game of Life and How to Play It was published in 1925. Okay, think about this. We're in 2019. That's 6 years shy of 1 century. Wait a minute. 19 plus 6 is 20. I can't do the math in my head right now. You get what I'm saying. But think about it. 2025. This book was published in 1925. So in 2025, The Game of Life will have been published 1 century ago. And there is a chapter on the law of attraction. So the law of attraction is not anything new. It's what it is. But I love this book. I've actually reread this book a few times. The affirmations and spiritual decrees are phenomenal. I love what she writes. I love what she wrote. And interestingly enough, a few years before Louise L. Hay passed on, she received via mail a manuscript for an unpublished work by the late and great Florence Scovel Shinn called The Magic Power of Your Intuition. And yes, I have that book too. So when I finish reading the 4 books of this omnibus edition, I'm going to reread that one. And I can't wait. I really loved discovering that book. And I love that it found me. Also, going over my trusty index notes, I definitely want to thank you for those of you that have done the like thing, given me likes and shares. There are a lot of ways to share a video on YouTube that's on YouTube. The ones that are in American English are the embed, email, Twitter, Tumblr, Pinterest. By the way, I have created so many amazing Pinterest boards. I was like Pinterest crazy a few weeks ago. I haven't spent time on it lately because I'm catching up on other things, but I've been really digging my Pinterest boards. And now it is boards for sure. So Mix, Facebook, Blogger, formerly known as Blogspot, Reddit and LinkedIn, and of course email. And that is it, YouTube. I want to thank all of you for honoring who I am and what I do. If you are divinely guided to avail yourselves of my psychic services, I would be honored to consult the Sacred Oracle on your behalf or answer any questions you have about my process. I am looking forward to catching up on a lot of videos. That's also what's happening and forthcoming. And my awesome audiovisual person has a look on his face that I don't understand. So, you're okay? Okay. We're hungry. We're going to take care of that very soon. And I wish all of you many blessings of beauty, strength, and wisdom. And also wealth, health, and happiness. Thank you so much, and good night.